It's primary day here in the Bluegrass, and voters are deciding who will win Kentucky's vote for the Democratic presidential nomination and an important seat in the U.S. Senate.
People gathered today to honor a fallen state trooper. We'll take you to the Taylor County service.
And a special episode of Jeopardy will feature influential media figures, politicians, and comedians. We have a sneak peek ahead.
This is WKYT News at 4:30.
Good afternoon. Sam Dick and Amber Philpott reporting. The nation has turned its attention to Kentucky today. Will Hillary Clinton or Bernie Sanders come away with a victory on this election day?
But voters are also closely watching a few other races as well, including the candidates for the U.S. Senate seat currently held by Republican Senator Rand Paul. WKYT's Mark Barber has the details in our top story at 4:30.
Democrats and Republicans are voting in a number of races today, but for many voters, there are only two big races in this primary: the race for a U.S. Senate seat and the race to become the Democratic nominee for president. Hillary Clinton and Senator Bernie Sanders, the two Democratic candidates running for president, have been campaigning hard in the Commonwealth. They're hoping to sweep the state's 60 delegates that could help them secure the Democratic nomination.
I chose to support Hillary Clinton. I feel she has, throughout her years, gone after and tried to help the majority.
I would rather see Bernie Sanders in there. Sanders, I just believe, tells the truth, and he's been right on a lot of things for a long time.
Hey guys, how's it going?
The U.S. Senate seat that Rand Paul won back in 2010 is also up for grabs. He voted absentee in the primary because he's in Washington, D.C.
I try to be here every day, working hard, making sure that big spending and excessive regulations are not stealing any more of our Kentucky jobs.
If Lexington Mayor Jim Gray wins today's Democratic primary, he will take a shot at winning Paul's seat in the November general election. After Gray voted this morning, he targeted Paul's failed bid for president.
But Senator Paul has spent more time in the cornfields of Iowa and the coffee shops of New Hampshire than he has actually working on the problems of Kentucky.
Voters still have plenty of time to cast their ballots. The polls close at 6 tonight. In Lexington, Mark Barber, WKYT.
Voters are also deciding the state representative race for the 72nd district, as well as the U.S. representative race for the 6th congressional district. A memorial service today for a fallen state trooper. Johnny Edrington was killed in December of 1988.
Police say it is still an unsolved case. Our Phil Pendleton has more on the tribute paid to the trooper in Taylor County.
Trooper Johnny Edrington was working for the London State Police Post, and he was on Kentucky Highway 80 when he was killed. The Kentucky State Police say that there was a traffic stop initiated, and they say to this date they still don't know exactly what happened. But his family and his colleagues say coming out here today and paying honor and memory to Johnny Edrington is part of the healing process that still goes on today.
And so we want to let his family know that we will never forget what he gave up for his community, for his state. And we want to encourage other law enforcement officers to continue in the good fight and by celebrating again his life.
Johnny Edrington's daughter never knew her father. She was here in attendance today. We also spoke today to Johnny Edrington's sister and what she had to say about all of this coming up at 5:30. But for now, in Taylor County, Phil Pendleton, WKYT.
Edrington is buried in the Campbellsville Cemetery. He was a Taylor County native. A Lexington business had to clean up a mess caused by an overnight break-in. Hart's dry cleaning employee says someone used a rock to smash in a side window of the store near Old Todd's Road in Man o' War. She says the thief rummaged through the store before finding a safe bolted to the floor. The employee says the thief left without getting anything. It is a soggy election day here in the Bluegrass. Rain moving through for most of the day.
It's just been ugly out there, and it's going to continue into our evening. Let's check in now with Chief Meteorologist Chris Bailey. Hi, Chris.
Hi, guys. Yeah, exactly. It's ugly. It has been ugly for the better part of May so far. I do have a little good news coming our way late tomorrow and Thursday, but to get there, we still have some more rounds of heavy rain to go through later this evening. Starting to see the rains picking back up in coverage and intensity across parts of central Kentucky, especially west of Frankfort towards Shelbyville, he says. a couple of showers beginning to blossom there. What I'm really watching, though, this action across northeastern sections of Missouri into parts of Illinois, western Kentucky, all of that is going to increase and roll our way as we go through the next several hours. We are on the bad side of a front that is stalled out to our south. Look at southern Kentucky, Tennessee border counties. We have some sunshine. It is 71 degrees in Middlesboro. It is 50 into Maysville, 53 showing up in Lexington. Some pockets of upper 40s are out there as well. If you're out and about this evening, we're going to hold generally close to 50 degrees as the rains pick up the pace on another ugly evening into central and eastern Kentucky. Guys, a little break in the action on the hour by hour when I come back in just a few minutes.
A break would certainly be nice.
It would.
It is a special week on Jeopardy! Some of the most influential and famous are competing in Washington, D.C. against each other and the always tough Alex Trebek.
Peter Zampa was at the taping.
Power Players in Washington, a special edition of one of the most widely watched game shows of all time. The celebrity edition brought influential figures from media, comedy, and politics together to tough it out in front of Alex Trebek and 1,500 rabid fans. The competition was fierce.
They seem very intelligent, and they're academic-looking people to me. So I didn't go to college, so I don't, I have low hopes.
Louis. Oh boy, it was in the Gulf.
Comedian Louis C.K. was one of 15 Power Players across 5 shows. The contestants weren't too sure about the Power Player nickname.
It's the dumbed-down celebrity version of Jeopardy, so you can't get too cocky. I mean, it's, the questions are not as hard as the real Jeopardy.
Members of the Jeopardy crew say preparation for taking this show on the road takes weeks, but it all adds to the excitement of this unique event.
Doing our shows in Constitution Hall adds to the excitement as well, because we have 10 times as many people here in the audience as we do when we do the programs in Los Angeles.
Some consider Trebek the adversary. Senator Al Franken says he would not let Mr. Trebek take him off his game.
I'm not going to tell you how to get. I'm getting in Trebek's head. I'll be in his head. You watch.
The message from Trebek? No pressure, as the entire country watches.
I've always been in awe of the contestants who perform in celebrity shows on Jeopardy, because they put their egos aside, and there's a fair amount of risk for them. They don't want to look bad in front of millions of people who are watching Jeopardy on a regular basis.
The 5 shows air each night this week. Reported in Washington, I'm Peter Zampa.
A lot of pressure there. The contestants were all playing for charities of their choosing. Winners of each episode went home with $50,000 for their charity. Everyone else came away with $10,000.
It may seem dramatic. Rangers cutting off rhinos' horns to stop poachers. We'll take a closer look coming up on WKYT News at 4:30.
Now, your hour-by-hour forecast with Chief Meteorologist Chris Bailey.
Few things in weather really just get me down, except for cold weather in spring and warm weather around Christmas. I think a lot of you are probably with me on that one, huh? This is kind of getting us down out there right now. It has been a string of very ugly weather days across the Bluegrass State. Overcast, we've had some rain, and those chilly temperatures, low 50s, as good as we can get this afternoon so far in Lexington. This is one of the colder stretches you're going to find around here for this time of the year. That is prolonged. We're day 4 now, where thermometers have barely reached 60 degrees. Just one day in Lexington over the past 4 now has hit 60. 53% or 53 degrees, 83% humidity. That's the raw feel that you have when you walk out there. At 50 right now, Maysville, down to Moorhead, southern Kentucky. A little bit of sunshine is showing up, but look at the difference that sun can do this time of year. It's 71 in Middlesboro, 65 for the folks into London. Hey, enjoy your late afternoon and early evening, southern Kentucky, while your neighbors to the north just kind of have to cope with the ugly stuff. Little light rain into Paris and Cynthiana, though heavier bursts of showers working out of Shelby County toward Franklin County. Far western Kentucky, right on top of the mighty Mississippi River, some rain. St. Louis down into the southeastern part of Missouri. All of that is going to continue to work its way toward the east. And here we go with that clearing into far southern Kentucky with this boundary that is off to our south and southeast. 3-day threat track tomorrow. Morning rain and afternoon break in the action. Hey, your Thursday looks really, really good right now. Sunshine around, temperatures that will likely hit the 70s. Soak that one up Friday. I've got thunderstorms returning, some locally heavy rains as we go throughout the day and into the evening. Here we go over the next few days for Lexington. Models are still just a little warm with those temperatures for Lexington. By 11 or 12 o'clock tonight, the rain is back, and watch the numbers add up tonight into early tomorrow morning. By daybreak, this model says it is still raining out there in Lexington, and we've picked up a little over 6/10 of an inch of rain from the new drops coming up tonight. Into the afternoon tomorrow, can't rule out an isolated shower though. Mix of sun and clouds, 60s will come your way before the day is over. Let us get out of that Wednesday. Let's go to Thursday. Chill in the air to start. By the afternoon, though, look at the skies over Lexington and really most of central and eastern Kentucky. Upper 60s, low 70s, depending on where you are. But overall, I am not going to complain at all if we don't hit 70 on Thursday. At this point, 65 would feel like a heat wave, wouldn't it? Upper 60s tomorrow. I still think 70 to 75 is a good bet on Thursday. Showers, thunderstorms around Friday into at least the first part of Saturday. Get deeper into the afternoon on Saturday. Stuff may become a little more scattered. Small chance on Sunday. And next week, temperatures early on make a run toward normal. By the end of the week, I think we get toasty, and that'll lead us into Memorial Day weekend.
So Thursday's the only day for a week that you have no rain, really.
It's a good day to get out and do whatever you got to do.
Anything.
I was saying earlier that it's a good day to mow. I don't know that I want to waste my one good day mowing. I just may want to get out and enjoy it. Lay there in the sun in the yard.
Or hire me to do it.
We'll talk after the break.
Okay, thank you, Chris.
Rangers in South Africa are taking some dramatic actions to protect rhinos from poachers who are killing the animals and selling their horns.
Deborah Patta reports from Pindu Game Reserve in South Africa.
Head Ranger Simon Naylor knows his rhino are marked animals. Their horns a deadly bounty on their heads.
Okay, Toby, do you want us to stand by here?
He has made an uneasy peace with the difficult decision to dehorn the rhino population.
It's a species that's heading towards extinction if we don't do something drastic.
Naylor directs veterinarian Mike Toft on which rhino to dart with a potent tranquilizer. Toft must ensure the precise dosage when he fires from the helicopter. Too much could be lethal. The rhino is quickly blindfolded. It's hard to watch, but the rhino is not in any pain.
I'd rather see this little guy upright in 2 years' time than in a ditch upside down and bloated dead, having had his horn poached.
The appetite for rhino horn powder is so high that organized crime rings can net around $150,000 for an average horn. The trade is driven primarily by Vietnam, where it's sold under the delusional belief it cures cancer and enhances virility. The dehorned rhinos are sprayed with a purple disinfectant, the mark of survival, and then injected with an antidote to counteract the grogginess.
Looking 100%, he's nice and relaxed.
There is no permanent damage. Deborah Patta, CBS News, Pinda Game Reserve, South Africa.
Tough to watch. Some critics say dehorning the rhinos may harm their ability to live successfully in the wild. The horns do grow back, and reservists hope that this is just an interim measure that will dramatically reduce the risk of poaching.
It's a place where you can build your own bag. I'm Deanne Stevens, out and about at Henry Dry Goods today.
It's a business right here in Lexington where their bags are custom made.
Our Deanne Stevens is out and about today at Henry Dry Goods with all the details. Hi, Deanne.
Good afternoon, guys. We are here at Henry Dry Goods. I'm just doing a little shopping. I'm ready for lake season. What's so cool about this place is you can like build your own bag, and I love the story behind Sherry Henry Wolf, as you're such an inspiration on starting your own business and working hard. And you
Never
said,
giving up.
yeah, that's what it really takes.
It is what it takes.
Talk a bit about that. And for folks who are just now tuning in, how did you get started and look where you are now?
Well, thank you, first of all. I got started because I love, I'm all about doing what you love in life, and everything else will come. And I love to create. And this is what I know how to do. I love to create product. I love to create bags. I love to make women happy. And so I get to do it all in one roof in this great inspirational space.
What's so cool about what you do is you allow the women and others to kind of build their own bag.
Right.
Bags are important in a lady's life. I know.
You know.
So you allow them to build their own. Talk a bit about that.
Right. Well, there's bags everywhere. And, you know, as a businesswoman on her own, I wanted to do something different and find a little niche that no one else has. And because I know how to do my own production, and I have come across the most wonderful ladies that know how to sew, it's a great partnership, and it's all, you know, come together for me. So the customers can come in, they choose their style, they choose their trim color. I have various monograms that they can choose from, and then they get to choose their leather handles. Matthew with Border State is in my space with me, and he's a great leathersmith. He does beautiful work, so he dyes the navy leather handles, so you can do the leather in navy or natural. And so we take the order, and then it goes into production. It takes 3 to 4 weeks to be a bag on the other end, and you know, it comes out with your initials, your colors, where you want the print to be, and it's very special, and women like that. And you also can add a message on the inside of the bags.
Yeah, you were telling me the wedding bag over here.
So this is a wedding, this is a beach bag. It's called our George Beach Bag. And by the way, I name all my bags George, Lenny, Ben.
I love it.
All after leading yummy men. Yeah. So this is the George Beach Bag, and it's a monogram for the bride and groom, their first initials to take to their on their honeymoon.
I'll take one of each, George and Ben, and yeah, all of them. Okay, so how do folks get their order in? How do they build their own bag?
Well, you can go on our website, henrydrygoods.com, or we'd love to see you here in the store, 236 Jefferson Street. We're up on the 2nd floor. We love being down here at Jefferson. It's a great mecca of great things happening, and I think we're one of the first kind of retail areas down here, but you can come in. We're open Monday through Saturday, 10 to 5.
Excellent. Come see Sherry and her staff here at Henry Dry Goods and start building your own bag. Now I just need my initials. I'm ready for the lake.
We'll get you set up.
I'm Deanne Stevens, out and about. Back to you guys.
Deanne probably just got one of every one of those bags.
You like some of those, didn't you?
Those are great. They're beautiful. Well, founding father returns to Philadelphia, and Oscar winner Adrian Brody walks the red carpets.
Danielle Nottingham has your eye on entertainment.
Oscar-winning actor Adrian Brody walked the red carpet in New York last night for the premiere of his latest film, Manhattan Night. Brody plays a married tabloid reporter who is seduced into much more than a story by a mysterious stranger, played by Yvonne Strahovski.
I feel for him. I was very compelled when I read the script.
Manhattan Night also stars Jennifer Beals. It opens in theaters and on demand Friday. The red carpet was out in Los Angeles for the stars of Neighbors 2 Sorority Rising.
You look like a psychopath. It's a clown, man. People love clowns.
Seth Rogen and Zac Efron are back in this sequel to the 2014 frat house comedy. This time, a sorority crashes Rogen's suburban lifestyle, led by Chloe Grace Moretz.
There is no villain. Both Mac and Kelly and the girls are fighting for something that's very true. You know, the girls are fighting for the right to be women.
Neighbors 2 Sorority Rising also opens Friday.
I'm thinking past tomorrow.
And Lin-Manuel Miranda, who plays Alexander Hamilton on Broadway, addressed graduates of the University of Pennsylvania Monday. He acknowledged that Hamilton agreed to move the U.S. Capitol from Philadelphia to Washington.
As the guy who plays Hamilton every night, let me get in character for a moment and say, my bad, Philadelphia.
Miranda also received an honorary doctorate during the ceremony. And that's your eye on entertainment. Danielle Nottingham, CBS News, Los Angeles.
Winning the game in style. A look at how an Army softball player pulled off an amazing run.
Oh.
Pretty dreary day for folks who are heading out to the polls.
I know, colder and wet and rainy, and looking forward to Thursday. I mean, what else can we do, Chris? You know, at this point?
It's all about baby steps. You got to have at least something to look forward to, and late tomorrow and especially Thursday, as Sam mentioned, better weather comes into play. Not so much out there now. Raining right now in Lexington. Again, 53 into Frankfort. Wet roads here. Jackson, a bit of a break right now, 56. Look at London, 66. It's 70 along the Tennessee border counties as of now. Those steady rains are getting ready to gear back up and work across the region from west to east when you join me tonight. At 6 o'clock, we will be watching the rain coming in from the west. By 11 o'clock, rain will be right on top of central and eastern Kentucky. Wet roads out there. Let's see if that is impacting your late afternoon commute. Here's Officer Don.
Got a couple of things happening. There is a collision on Liberty Road, or there was a collision on Liberty Road. It's going to be near Henry Clay. What they're dealing with is down utility lines there. KU's working on that, but they have a portion of Liberty shut down with a detour in place near Henry Clay. There's also a crash at Mason Heatley and Versailles. That one is a non-injury. Now, the wet road slowing things down a bit, but school is out today, and so that's helping a lot with traffic flow. Right now to Nicholasville, still 12 to 15 minutes. To Versailles, no problems across the county line. Now back to the studio.
Officer Don, thank you. An Army softball player taking a last-minute leap of faith. It is the video that will have you talking. Take a look at this.
All right, check out this astounding game-winning run. Casey McCravey jumps over the Lehigh University catcher. There she goes, just in time to smack the plate before the ball arrives.
Apparently, this isn't the first time she has pulled off that stunt. McCravey did it back in high school as well, so she has been perfecting that move. It came in handy.
Did Amber Philpott do that during her softball career?
Absolutely.
You didn't leap a catcher?
No. Never going to happen on my end.
That's exciting. All right, much more to come, including the election results as they come in a little bit later. Now on WKYT at 5 o'clock.